Speaking of goy slop and the goy and the goyim, this is a pro goyim stream, chat. What the fuck is going on social media right now, dude? My whole Instagram is full of anti-Semitism, bro. Now there's a competition going on about who's the biggest victim. I watched the video. I think I still have it in my queue. I remember what video it was now. It was a fucking Antonio Speaks video, chat. This one, oh, dude. Dirty fucking business, chat. So Antonio Speaks dropped a video where they were complaining about Jewish people thinking that they're the biggest victims. He said, no, wait, blacks are the biggest victims, not Jews. How dare you try to take our victim spot? And Antonio Speaks went on a giant rant about this shit. He says, so blacks love to live in misery? I guess so, royalty, because now they're complaining because they're not the centerfold victims. They were complaining when all of the AI videos were coming out, all of the black fatigue videos and all of the stereotype videos. But then now that it's pivoted and it's now focusing on Jewish Americans, right? Jewish Americans right now are getting dragged. I think it's because of the Epstein files. I think it's because of all the Israel shit. Now black people are complaining because they want to be the ones getting dragged. This nigga might end up copyright striking me for this one. I ain't gonna lie. And we're gonna fucking raw dog this shit tonight. No cap, on God, plus. We're gonna be throwing all kinds of back shots on this one. Black people like to bring up their blackness. I don't hate them. Ben, I don't hate them, but it is annoying to hear them complaining, bro. If you know the crazy thing, instead of complaining, lock in. That's a skill issue, brother. Lock in. Instead of complaining and saying, oh man, we're the victim, so we're gonna loot. Why don't you say, man, we're the victim, so we're gonna lock in, go to college, get degrees, and get jobs and take control. That's the one difference between blacks and Jews, right? Jews say, yo, we're being persecuted. Okay, bet. We're gonna outsmart these motherfuckers and come up with a fucking alternative system to become the people in control. Whereas blacks, they don't do that shit. They just bow down. I hate to say it, and it's not all blacks. I'm just talking in stereotypes here, right? Let me put on the tinfoil hat and let's react to this fucking video. The title of the video is "The Super Bowl Ads Felt Weird" by Antonio Talks. The victim mentality goes deep.
Day Super Bowl 60 happened. There is a lot of controversy behind it, and we got a lot to get into today. The artist Bad Bunny, he's from Puerto Rico, and during his entire performance, it was done in Spanish.
Now he's gonna try and walk this back. He's gonna walk it back and say that it didn't bother him that the broadcast was in Spanish, but you know that it bothered him. This guy's a racist, bro. This Antonio Speaks guy is a fucking full-blown racist.
And me personally, bro, I could care less.
This nigga said, I could care less. If you cared less, why are you mentioning it then?
So I watched it, bro, you know, and it wasn't the best to me, but it all...
He needs to get the aluminum foil hat.
Performance to me will still be one of the top Super Bowl performances of all time. I just watched it again. It's a masterpiece. But
that was a fucking crazy goddamn glaze. He says that Kendrick Lamar's halftime show was the best one in history. And then he has the nerve to say, I just rewatched it. Who's rewatching past Super Bowl halftime shows? This guy needs to have the aluminum foil hat, bro. He's talking crazy. That was one of the craziest things he's ever said on this fucking channel.
Kendrick Lamar's performance to me will still be one of the top Super Bowl performances of all time. I just watched it again. It's a masterpiece.
The only reason he's glazing Kendrick Lamar is because Kendrick Lamar has the same fucking backwards mindset that this nigga has. A black victim mindset. You already know this nigga got the Malcolm X glasses on because he bought that shit just because Malcolm X bought it.
Certain demographic of people, the way that they boycotted this halftime performance was by having one of their own.
I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck.
Okay, that was stupid. Turning Points USA, bro, was on some dumb shit. When the live stream ended, somebody took a screenshot. That shit had 4,000 viewers, bro. Who the fuck is gonna watch this? I just want to drive my truck, catch some fish, wash my drawers. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit. He is right for blasting them on that one. I'm gonna lie. That was the dumbest shit ever.
I just want to cut my grass.
I just want to say, my nigga.
That was stupid. I ain't gonna lie.
He's mentioning you can do it. I just want to ride my truck. Like, you can do that. Who's stopping you? Lame ass side halftime performance are the same ones that back in the day complained about black folks using the same water fountain as them. Being in the same restaurants, being in the same spaces is no different to me. But this is why I'm so adamant about, you know, standing up to white supremacy.
This is what pisses me off, chat. If anything, he could have made this video about how certain white people were being prejudiced against Hispanics, but somehow he skips over the Hispanic plight and he jumps straight to black victimhood. The video is not about black victimhood, bro. He could have made a video about Turning Points USA and said, yo, Turning Points USA is prejudiced and racist. Look how they made their own halftime because they didn't want to support Bad Bunny. And I would have been like, okay, that's a good take. But somehow he made the video about black people. Why? Why did he make it about, this is not, it has nothing to do with black people, bro. The problem I have with these guys is they love to be the victims. They love to grab a topic that has nothing to do with them, nothing to do with their plight, and make it about their plight. Oh, bro, forget about anti-Semitism. What about the blacks? Forget about Russia, Ukraine. What about the blacks? Forget about Israel, Palestine. What about the blacks? Forget about Hispanics. What about the blacks? They always got to bring it back to them, bro. Me. I'm the victim. Feel sorry for me. And it's annoying. It's irritating.
Oh, just taking a look at the voting numbers.
Now he drags Hispanics. Look at this shit. Instead of you siding with the Hispanics and saying, you know what, we got to support our Hispanic brothers and sisters, you say, nah, fuck the Hispanics. The Hispanics didn't support us with the voting.
Y'all proximity to whiteness is crazy. But when you take a look, this how they think about y'all. This how they do y'all. You know what I'm saying? Remember them voting numbers though, man. I ain't gonna talk trash about y'all, but I'm gonna always bring that shit up.
You are talking trash about them then, dude. How are you gonna say, I ain't gonna talk trash about y'all, but I'm gonna remember these voting numbers and bring them up at every chance I get? I feel like black people are victims in this country and we need the Hispanics to help us, but we won't help anybody else because we're the biggest victims.
Let's move on from that situation, bro, because in all honesty, I feel like that shit was a distraction. The real problem were the Super Bowl ads.
What bothers me about this guy is he's actually intelligent. He could use his voice to talk about real problems and affect real change, but instead of doing that, he creates an echo chamber where he's the victim and his race is the victim and it's all about blackness. There are plenty of other black talking heads on YouTube that I've seen, and I watch a video and I say, oh, this guy's a dummy. And I don't mess with it, right? If I brought up every content creator that's on this platform talking about blackness and black victimhood, then I would have a long list. But I only focus on this guy because this guy is actually intelligent. Like, I can see the potential he has. He could make a channel that actually would be interesting, it would be engaging, but instead of doing that, he focuses on black victimhood. You're obviously not a victim. You're on YouTube. Nobody's suppressing you. So why are you talking about this topic over and over and over again? Nobody's stopping you. Nobody's saying, oh, we got to stop black people from talking about black issues on the internet. This black guy, take his channel down. Why, sir? Because he's black. Nobody's done that. You have all the opportunity to flourish, bro. In America in 2026, you can be black and you can be a doctor. You can be black. You can be a lawyer. You can be black. You can own a business. You can be black. You can do social media. You can be black. You can be a politician. You can be black. You can fucking drive supercars and fuck bitches. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Nobody's stopping you, dude. Nobody's enslaving you. Nobody's taking away your opportunities. You might run into one fucking racist guy, one racist asshole, but you choose to talk about this every fucking day? Are you serious? Get a grip. Like, you make good videos. You're a good speaker. So what the fuck are you doing? You're wasting it. If he was just another random black dude who's complaining about being black and he was a fucking idiot troglodyte, I wouldn't even mention his channel. What pisses me off about this guy's fucking channel is he's a good fucking speaker. He has potential and he's wasting it on this stupid shit. The fucking eternal fucking victim here, man. God damn, get a goddamn grip, motherfucker.
Bro, now next we got gambling. And I spoke about this in videos prior, but it is literally shoved down our faces. In my opinion, it affects the black community the most. Like I said,
the gambling affects the black community the most. Are you fucking serious? This has to be a grift. It has to be a grift. There ain't no way you're gonna say that with a straight face.
everybody's doing it. Everyone's promoting it. Every goddamn big... It's crazy to me. And I want to bring up an ad that specifically, like, it irked me to my core. In this one ad, it was a Jewish kid, right? And
this nigga said the one ad that irked him to his core was the one about the Jewish kid. And also, that was a strange fucking pivot. Instead of bringing up an ad about gambling, he brought up the ad about blackness. Think about that for a second, chat. That's how brain rotted he is. He lost track of his train of thought. And he said, and the one ad that bothered me the most, and then the ad that he said that bothered him the most has nothing to do about gambling at all.
first off, I want to say, bro, I say this all the time, but bro, most people, I can't tell the difference between a Jew and a white person.
That's the other thing. The stuff he's about to say in this video is so anti-Semitic. It's kind of ironic because he always complains about how whiteness this and whiteness that. But then his take on the Jewish population is the same take as a fucking racist, bigoted person. Listen carefully to what he says now, chat.
I don't think most people can. But in his ad, what was funny about it is, man, the Jewish kid, he got bullied. And they put some type of sticker on his locker. And guess what they did, y'all? Captain Save a nigga. Captain Negro. A black kid. They had a black kid come in and basically like covered up, trying to stand up for him. I'm not gonna play any audio from the ad, but this is what happened. It's a sticky note on him that says dirty. Right. Like I say, it doesn't happen. But the black kid comes and steps in.
Homie said it doesn't happen. Bro, dude, my dude, bro. I'm allowed to say something like that because I don't give a fuck about races and genders and all that bullshit. But if you have a whole channel dedicated to the Black experience and you're constantly saying that nobody understands the Black experience because they haven't dealt with it, that whites in general try to discount the Black suffering, yada, yada, yada. But then you see an ad where they show a Jewish kid who's going through persecution and you say, it doesn't happen. You instantly discount this guy's life experience. You instantly say, it doesn't happen. This is just the media trying to push this agenda. This doesn't happen. They don't get bullied. Nobody's harassing the Jews. That's what he's essentially saying there when he said, that doesn't happen. What do you mean it doesn't? You're not Jewish. Just like you say that a white person or a Hispanic person can never understand the Black plight, I guess a Jewish person could say the same thing to you. They could say, yo, what are you talking about? You won't understand the Jewish plight. You're not Jewish. How can you say it never happens? It never happened to you because you're not Jewish.
That Blue Square Super Bowl ad made me roll my eyes so hard it hurt. Because not only was it funded by a Zionist billionaire, like, how dare you? How dare you virtue signal to me, to anybody, ever? But also, this is what people consider heartwarming, huh?
No.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw it, I kind of chuckled because it's perfectly symbolic. Billionaires and even people who fight for social justice expect Black people to do the work. They expect us to be the attack dog, to do the emotional labor, or to just stand there and be a token of virtue.
I think that that's not what they're trying to do. They're trying to say that, first of all, both groups of people are persecuted and oppressed. And also, I think that what they are trying to do is a counter to what you're doing right now, because what you're doing right now is actually pretty anti-Semitic. And you're also trying to play the biggest victim card. You're trying to say, you know, we're the biggest victims. These Jews are trying to take our victim spot. No way. We're not going to let it go. We're going to fucking fight tooth and nail to keep our victim position. That's what you're saying. That's what I hear, at least.
They weaponize our identity and our history. And I'm just going to go ahead and say the part that I think a lot of people are too scared to say, but I'm sick of y'all comparing y'all struggles to ours.
Literally.
And that goes for everybody non-Black.
This nigga said, I'm sick of you guys comparing our struggles to theirs. Like, my nigga, you want to be the biggest struggler? Are you serious? Chat, am I the only one who sees the fucking irony of what he's saying? I have the biggest struggle. Not you, I do. Stop comparing your struggling. It's like you're in school, right? And the teacher hands out homework to everybody and you fail. And then some other kid also fails. And then that other kid tries to put himself, oh, well, we both failed. Maybe we should be study buddies. And you say, no, that's not, I'm not going to be your study buddy. I failed because the test was put against me. I don't identify with your struggle. My struggle is the biggest. I need extra help. Where's my DEI? Where's my DEI? I need to take the DEI test. I'm the biggest niglet. I don't understand how you can attack an ad that has to do with unity, bro. Think about that for a second, chat. Devastating fucking point. Think about it for a second. The ad is an ad that's built to unify, bro. The purpose of the ad is to unify, and you're gonna get big mad about that. How dare they show a Black kid help a Jewish kid?
Like, yes, our struggles are interconnected because of the white supremacist capitalists who have commodified our very existence.
The white supremacist capitalists that have commodified our very existence, bro.
In the ad, it says 2 out of every 3 Jewish teenagers will experience anti-Semitism, and I don't doubt that. But if the base of this prejudice is slurs...
You saw how he cut out? Did you see the cut? I can tell you why there's a cut right there. There's a cut right there because when the guy says 2 out of 3 Jewish kids face anti-Semitism, Antonio speaks at some crazy shit. This is let me erase this part. Cut. Let me cut this part out because I went too far.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that every single Black teenager will experience
Literally.
anti-Blackness by the
Literally.
time they graduate high school.
Man, shit, like I said, bro, just gaming. Being a game in when I was playing the game back in the day, bro, at 8, 9, 10 years old, I'm getting hit with anti-Blackness. Nigga.
Whoa. Wait. Ooh, who's the victim? Antonio Speaks is the victim. Somebody said bad word to you? Oh, somebody said bad word to you? Hurt your feelings? Oh, it hurt your feelings? Grow some balls, bro. Grow some fucking cojones, my nigga. Are you really sitting here on the internet crying because somebody called you the N-word on the fucking COD? Come on, broski. Come on, my dude. I'm playing the fucking tiny violin for you, my nigga. Seriously.
On the mic get hit with an N-word. That is the anti-Semitism that they deal with. Getting called a slur. That's nothing. We've been dealing with that shit.
How many black teenagers have to walk the hallways and hear the N-word being used casually amongst non-black students? Anti-blackness is ever persistent.
The N-word being used and black slurs being used, I'm going to say it right now, is partially the fault of black culture. You can't go around saying the N-word every second. Yo, what's up, my nigga? Yo, nigga this, nigga that. And then get mad when other cultures start to adopt your fucking lingo. Because honestly, it's just like any other fucking catchphrase, right? Any other catchphrase that goes viral. Yo, you good, mud? On God. Word to my mother. All of those catchphrases, the N-word is the same fucking thing. So you can't get mad when it goes viral and other races start to use your fucking lingo. That's dumb. If you don't want them to use the word, then don't use it yourself. I have no problem with the word. I kind of don't give a fuck. But if you're going to sit here and cry about the word, then don't use it. Popularize a word and then cry about it when people start to actually use it because it's popular.
And that's because unlike religion or sexuality, it's not something you can hide. I can count the amount of times I've heard the phrase dirty on my hands. That's still too many, but it's incomparable. And I can take it further. What systematic challenges do Jewish teenagers face in comparison to black teenagers?
The biggest victim card right here, right now.
So when the black boy in the ad said, I understand. No,
you
he
don't.
overstands. Why is he the one reaching out? Where have you been? You didn't see us until them people made you put your head down. That ad is perfectly symbolic for the wrong reasons.
No,
I don't understand, and I'm going to say it again, chat. I don't understand why black people are so mad, bro. Why are you so angry? I will admit part of it is because I didn't grow up here, so maybe I didn't have the same shared experience that you guys have. But for the most part, I don't even know if you actually had an experience. That's the thing. I don't think that a lot of these black people have actually had an experience. I think that they were told by their parents and their family members and their friends that they have to think a certain way, and so they think that way. They like to LARP and pretend like they have. Do you think that Antonio Speaks at some point in his life got harassed to the point where he thought he was going to get lynched? I doubt it. I really don't think so, chat. I don't think that this guy, and I don't think that most of the fucking people that go on the internet complaining about black victimhood have even experienced half of the things that they think that they have. They're mad because their parents were mad, and their parents were mad because their parents were mad. And they told them, you are a victim. Everybody hates you. I'm black. I'm Hispanic, but I'm also black. And I've hung out with them before, and I've seen things that were not even racist happen, and they say, oh, bro, do you see how the waiter just treated us? It's because we're black. Bro, this Uber driver, he was fucking me up because I was black. Bro, and I'm sitting there right now with the guy like, yo, what are you talking about, dude? What the fuck are you talking about, broski? Bro, you didn't see how she looked at me? Racism, bro. I'm like, no, dude, like what? These niggas see racism everywhere, bro. Everything is because of race. They're looking at you funny because look how you're talking. They're looking at you funny because you're acting wild. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Niggas want to go out into the streets looking wild as fuck. And then when people treat them like they're fucking looking wild as fuck, they want to be like, oh, bro, it's racism, dude. Niggas want to commit a crime. And then when the cops come and beat their ass, they want to be like, oh, bro, it's racism. I refuse to believe that. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm a fucking Uncle Tom, chat. Maybe I am a fucking the biggest coon. The biggest Uncle Tom. I don't know. Call me what you want. But I refuse to believe that every single fucking bad thing that's happened in your life happened to you because of your color. Step up your fucking game. Sounds like a skill issue to me.